jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Once again, you're tuned in to WCS. What is up, everybody? Man, halfway through the week, as always. And you know, the big deal about it is, it's the last day of August. And we head into September. And so we of course have the end of the year that's approaching with some big boxing matches. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the good thing is that you know, we're gonna either see the big boxing matches or not. We already know we have Canelo and Triple G. You know what I'm saying? We still waiting on the Tank announcement, but Tank is supposed to be definitely down here in the ATL in December. That's a definite. I did get scoop on who he's supposed to be fighting, but I'm not gonna announce that just yet. Pretty much what I figured if you listen to my other lives. Pretty much what I assume to be true, but I'll just keep that, you know, in the pocket for now. But still, you know, when it's always, you know, get closer to the, you know, the moment at hand, it's always good to kind of keep on talking about the Crawford and Spence finale. You know what I'm saying? The finale, not so much to see the fight, but the finale for it to be organized, contractually agreed upon, you know what I'm saying, and dispersed out to the public. That's what we still waiting on. Crawford Spence, man. Will it go down in the States or is it going down in the sands? You know what I'm saying? Is it going down in the States or is it going down in the sands? Look, because I don't see anything in Vegas right now. That's not saying they don't have a slot. That's not saying they don't have a slot. But you know, Stephen Espinoza said some very true words. You know, his recent interview with Boxing News 24/7. He said, and then the question is it better for that fight to happen on an off time at the point where the U.S. fans don't have access to go? Or should we hold out and try to make it where the U.S. fans can enjoy what I think should be a fight here in the U.S. at a time where it's going to get the biggest audience? And what that means is if the Saudis are putting on a fight, they definitely want that time to be allocated on their clock when they want to. They want to say when the fight is going to be aired. They're not going to put up all that money for a site fee and then just allow us to pretty much have free play to do what the hell we want to do with it. At this point in time, we just want to see the fight, whether it's in the U.S. or Saudi Arabia. We just want to see the fight. I'm not going to clamor, and I'm not going to hunker down and say, well, if it's not over here in the U.S., I'm not watching. That simply is not true. That's not true, y'all. The fight right now, when it's officially announced, I guess there's going to be some type of relief, across the boxing universe that we finally get to see the fight. Now you have to scurry around and see who's going to be able to go to the fight. Can they even go to the fight? Where the fight's going to be? What day? Because look, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, people. This fight is going to be around the holidays and it's not going to be cheap. What I mean by cheap, I don't see the fight if wherever it's going to be for the travel arrangements, like the reservations, you know what I'm saying, the lodging, food, everything I've talked about in the past, it's going to cost us. In the US right now, I don't think people are going to feel some type of way about it if it is in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? It can be in the sands or it can be over here in the US. I think the amount of boxing fans that's going to, tune into it is going to be what it is. Because look at it this way. Those individuals that's going to attend the fight, they already set aside a budget for them to be on deck, right? So if the fight is not in Vegas per se, and it's over across in the Saudi sands, then that's going to be money they saved, and they're just going to spend it doing other things. They're not going to have a problem buying the pay-per-view because guess what? They would have spent a ginormous amount of money getting lodging, food, and all that on fight week. It's just going to be that crazy as always in Vegas. So they're not really losing out anything except the experience. That's all. They're just losing out on the experience. So when I look at this deal with what Steven Espinoza said when he said this is what it's going to take, and you're not coming out of the room until we have a deal. That sounds good. I like it. I mean, it sounds like, what people want to hear, like it's all or nothing. It's a last ditch effort to make this happen. But also, it seems like the more and more, we have conflicting stories, people continue to get discouraged and we don't know what to, do about it. Where's the fight going to be at? All this other stuff. It's everything. You don't have to try to everything I hear behind the scenes. I don't go up here. I'm not a streamer like that. I don't consider myself a streamer. The shit I hear from multiple people, I say, okay. If they're not sitting up here giving me definitive news, I say, okay, it's good. It's food for thought. I archive it and then I bring it out for another day. But when it comes down to this fight right here, I don't care I don't think the American people care if it's in the Saudi sands or over here in the US at the end of the day, because it's not like a lot of people are going to show up to the fight anyway. It's going to be a very expensive ticket for anyone who's traveling to Vegas to pay for the suite, the room or whatever. If you stand at the host hotel, whatever, and to take care of all the other collateral expenses that fight week. Shout out to Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, aka Showtime Shaw in the building. What's good with it, brother? Salute to you. Bring that fight to the sands so them brothers can get paid. The Americans can't afford it. Salute WCS, an announcement coming out Sunday. Yeah, breaking. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand that, yes, the calendar is already struck for some people. They struck the calendar. Stand by for this day right here. But let me touch on something. So you remember a thumbnail I put out a ways ago, and I had Steven Espinoza hide behind the money. I mean, that seems like what it is, with this fight in particular. No one's willing to take a risk. I think it's much deeper than that, real talk, because there's so many rich people that have their hand in boxing. I agree with Showtime, man. Take these brothers across to the sand and get them paid. Forget what we care about with the American boxing fans. They'll be okay. We're going to be okay over here. We just want to see this fight play out, because if we see it in person or if we see it on TV, it's still going to be what it is. The biggest objective is to get them paid. That's all. Not continue to wrangle the minds of those who are interested in this fight, and say, okay, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. We just want to see it, whether it's on the tube or it's in person. That's all. We just want to see the fight. We've said over and over again, man, we've been back and forth, left to right. We've been all over the place with this fight. All we want to see now and hear is, of course, the announcement. When I hear the announcement, it's not going to be like I'm jumping off a motherfucking cliff and going skydiving that day and be like, damn, this has really changed my life. This is the new day. You know what I'm saying? This is a new day for me. It's changed my life. I'm damn elated to the highest point. You know what I'm saying? The euphoria is unreal. I'm not gonna get that feeling. I have that feeling once I see the fighters walk into the ring and we know that they're about to split the ropes, get the referee's instructions, and we're about to see one of the biggest fights in boxing, period. That's when I'm gonna start peaking up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feel a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? My levels are gonna go up. Motivation, excitement. That's when I'm gonna start really getting pumped for it. The only bad thing, assuming that the announcement goes down on the 4th, right before Labor Day, because this is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's been rumored that news supposed to be this weekend. So therefore, I'm not suggesting y'all go out here and just start spending your money on party items. You know what I'm saying? And planning, shit to celebrate and get let down. Then you have all that beer in your living rooms and condensating on your carpet. You know what I'm saying? And nobody there to drink it. Just wait. Just be patient and see if there's any movement, any activity. And then we take it from there. That's all. That's all I could tell you. I'm keeping it light on this Wednesday. I keep it light when it's hump day. I just keep it light. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna come back just like I did last time. I'm gonna come back with a little bit more interest. But I just wanted to just touch on what my guy, what's his name, All Access Elite Boxing, when he was talking to Espinoza, and it was said that it helps one of the issues, particularly with whether it's Dubai or Saudi Arabia or any of those places. If they're going to pay $30 to $40 million, they're going to want it on their local time, said Showtime's Stephen Espinoza to All Access Elite Boxing about a fight between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. He's absolutely right, man. You playing by their rules. They're coming off the money. They're going to want to show it when they want to show it. Yeah, for sure. Breaking news. News don't get out unless it's breaking. Andrew Charles on that. What's good, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He exposed the game. It's like, hey, we got to go across to the sands. Eddie Hearns, they used to laugh at Eddie Hearns because, Eddie was like, he's going to try to take over boxing over here. And, people was like, man, Eddie, Eddie was shaky for a minute because he was a part of a fledgling streaming service, the Zone, that was trying to, stop treading water so much and actually start to swim in these waters. You feel me? So Eddie Hearns came a long way. And for him to sign that deal over there, Eddie is going where the money is at, man. I gotta give him a shout out, man. Salute to Eddie Hearns for swimming in this motherfucking shark infested water and finally making it to shore where he can actually start leaving his footprints, man. For real, Eddie is over there where the money is liquid. That money keeps on flowing in differently, dog. So we're watching Anthony Joshua and Oleksandr Usyk go over there and get paid. Why not Crawford Spence, man? Get these dudes paid. Both of them deserve to get paid. Absolutely. Both Errol Spence and Terence Crawford deserves to get paid, man. Now, the amount of money they should get paid, that's up to whatever they negotiate. But like I said before, let's not act like Crawford doesn't deserve anything. He deserves the smaller glass with very little in it. You know what I'm saying? No, his cup should be runneth over. Always. His cup should runneth over. He's earned it. It shouldn't be over there like, oh, get that shot glass over there. Yeah. I'm going to pour you about 2 drops of this right here. Yeah, there you go right here. And Errol, go get that jug, man. You know how we get down over here. Get that jug. We're going to fill up this jug for you. No, it's not the way it works in this particular scenario. Both of these guys should get paid the percentage of what they agree upon. Both of them probably at this point in time has definitely come to a compromise. We understand that it's not Terence Crawford who's holding up the fight, but simply a promotion that cannot be the financiers. They don't have what it takes monetarily right now to get this fight made. Because I think most of it is they want to try to save some of that. And I wouldn't be remiss to say that they want to try to get Canelo. They want to try to get Canelo back on deck. They're going to have that Canelo money waiting. They're going to try to put on some pretty decent fights, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be Jamal Charlo and Janabek that the money they're waiting on to pay. No, it's not going to happen. That's not the fight. Jamal Charlo and no, that's not it. That's just not it. Tank is not going to have no problem. No matter what people are saying about Tank, Tank is not going to have no problem getting his fight made. But this fight right here is very imperative. We need to make this fight happen. It's very intrusive that it happens for the sport of boxing and everything, because this will be one of those fights that, oh, so-and-so, they should have did at this age, this, that, and the other. No, this fight needs to happen this year. Pop on deck. What's good with it, bro? Sean News say Eddie got the bag behind him, man. Yes, he does, bro. Man, Eddie has came to the surface on y'all ass, dog. Eddie has came to the surface, man. Climbed out that motherfucker with his suit on. He was swimming without getting wet, dog. He say, now I'm here. All along, I've been doing something that the U.S. is not really trying to do. Why aren't we trying to go over there and infiltrate that liquid money? If they got the money, why not do it on a consistent basis, bro? Why not? Why not do it on a consistent basis? Why not, bro? Why, if we don't have the money over here, why not go elsewhere to get it? Fighters fight in other fighters' hometown all the time. But when it comes to situations like this, when you understand that you're incapable of handling a fight like this, you cannot set it up financially, and that it's going to take a lot because you probably have other fights that you want to invest your funds in. Well, just let it go, man, and try to co-op with somebody. Try to go elsewhere. Try anything possible to make this fight happen somewhere else, man. I know y'all don't try too much to placate the boxing fans, but we deserve some type of attention. Even though the scale of it is going to be quite low, we deserve attention because we're the consumer. You want to make the consumers happy too. Now, let's not go around and act like we don't exist. Make the consumers happy so we can support the fight and it can be a success. Don't just treat us like we're just collateral damage and we'll tune in anyway, regardless. No, announce the fight. Have at least 2 press tours. It'd be good if one of those press stops on the East Coast can be down here in the A. That'd be great. You got Tank coming down here in December. Shit, if we can get Crawford, Spence down here, man, it'll be lit down here for real. I don't care what they do on the West Coast. I don't care where they at. They can go to LA. They can go wherever they want. Vegas. They can go wherever they want. But I'm just saying on the East Coast, it would be good if they can come down to the A and have this presser the right way. But due to the pressers haven't been all that. Seriously, they just haven't been all that. When the big boys come to town, man, media, we find out that either the day of or the day before, it just doesn't make any sense, man. Like the presser, it's not even announced the way it should be. Not everybody can go to New York for a presser and be able to afford it. NYC is not cost effective when it comes to you traveling just to stop in for a presser. You know what I'm saying? And then leave. I mean, you're still gonna pay a little bit. The flight not that expensive, but you know what I'm saying? You want to stay over there for a cool bit and then roll back. But it'd be good if it's in the ATL, man. Kind of set up for the Tank Davis fight. Get some buzz going. That we have Terence Crawford who's down here, of course, who's down here for the Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson main event. You know what I'm saying? He was already in the city doing his thing, man. Errol Spence, man. Hey, they might even try to say, it'll do no good for them to go to Texas and have the presser. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not even neutral grounds. You're trying to promote the fight where both sides are interacting. You don't want to go to Texas where it's one side and it gets dirty. It gets real nasty. Just goddamn bring it to the A where it's pretty much neutral grounds. You got 2 black fighters. This is a black city. Well, in some areas, I'm gonna be honest, it's not the way it was when I was growing up, but it's a black city. It got black entertainment. And it's pretty much considered neutral grounds down here for Errol and Crawford. Yeah, for sure. They need that fight in Atlanta. It will sell big time. It'll sell out. It'll sell out Mercedes-Benz. It'll sell out, man. That fight will sell out because there's so many places to stay down here. There's so much going on in the city. I mean, it's just so much to do. It's not open-ended like a lot of these places. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot to do down here. The nightlife, the city in general, it's a lot to do, man. And plus, 2 black fighters coming down to Black Hollywood, it'll work out great. Put them in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and they'll pack the shit out, man. They promote it the right way. They bring down the fighters for a presser. If they open that bitch up to the public, it's over. It's over. If they open that presser up to the public, it's over, dog. They're going to pack out the presser. There's going to be so many celebrities out there, because, we got a channel, All Destiny Black. She said Errol Spence is the most popular fighter on planet Earth. So, you get the most popular fighter on planet Earth come down here. And then the most talented fighter in Terence Bud Crawford. Could bring him down here. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make out for a damn good presser down here in the city. But a big part of me don't think it's gonna happen, y'all. It's hard for us to get this damn unconditional love from the sport of boxing. Serious. It's just difficult, man. For the big fights, rather. There's fights going on down here now. Real talk. It's fights going on down here, but I'm talking about the big ones. Like shout out to Tank Davis. I gotta give Javante his love, man. He showed us love down here twice. You know, then Shakur Stevenson, Jermaine Herring came down here. We need more of that shit, man. We need more big fights. Right now, this year in 2022, from what we understand, the only calendar fight from a premier promotion is going to be the Tank fight. That's supposed to go down in December. That's the only premier fight that we're going to get in 2022. Like, you look at New York, Vegas, man, you look at all these, Florida, man, they're hosting fights all the time. Like, I'm not talking about, like, we know NYC, the Mecca, Las Vegas, Mecca, but I'm talking about coming down to a place that has a facility, you know, like Texas, even Texas. Texas put on fights, you know what I'm saying, whenever they choose to. But I'm just trying to give Atlanta that outside the entertainment vibe type of feeling, you know, to get more acquainted with boxing. We just acquainted with concerts. Man, they always shooting a movie down here for real. Like, they were just, I'm not gonna lie to you, they was just shooting a movie over here where I stay. They was just shooting a movie over here where I stay. You know what I'm saying? They always over here, dog. Black Hollywood, that's where it need to be. Hopefully they show us a little bit of a damn love down this motherfucker, because we need it. It's too far in between, man. We getting these big fights. It's too far in between. Like, the big fights. This is a huge fight. Javante Davis coming back down here. That's gonna be a big fight. You know, he's a big name. But Crawford Spence, man, is huge. It'll do a lot for the city. It'll bring a lot of money to the city. Everything. It's not like the city don't need money now. I mean, it's not like the city needs money, but it's always good to get more money, especially when it comes to the sport of boxing. It will be thriving down here, man. If we get this fight, it'll be thriving down here in the city. Real talk. We need a fight of this magnitude, but to be honest with you, we're our ticket price down here is everything that they've been negotiating. Like, you don't need to put an incredible amount of money into coming down here to GA. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we here. You know what I'm saying? We got the template to cover all the expenses, man. We here. We can make this shit happen. But anyway, like I said earlier, wherever the fight happened, whether it's Dubai or Saudi Arabia, at this point in time, we just want to be able to, you know, get that euphony that we've been waiting on, that pleasantry to the ears, that announcement. However they're gonna do it. Because we really don't know when they're gonna do it. Because it's been some fake news proprietors out there before. That whole prime real estate on fake news acres. Give you some Andy Griffin. They hold that fake news like Andy Griffin walking down the street whistling. Telling you, those of you that grew up back then when Andy Griffin was on, goddamn it. Shit, they hold that fake news real estate like Andy Griffin walking down the damn dirt road whistling, hoping everything somehow come up to a miracle. You know what I'm saying? I know I put that news out. I know I did. I hope it happened. Call, they connect. Hey, you sure it's gonna happen? You sure it's gonna happen? Okay. I know it's gonna happen. Please happen. They stressing. I ain't stressing on none of that. Hey, Shaw News, you stressing? You stressing about this shit being announced on the 4th? I'm not. I'm not. We got a fight coming up just in a few hours. It's about to be September. We got a damn mega card. We got we got that sloppy Joe card coming up, dog. We got that spicy, you know what I'm saying? That spicy delicacy coming up. Man, we got Newark that's gonna be popping. If you ever been to Newark for a fight card, man, Brick City, shit is on. One thing about Newark, New Jersey, the fans be in there jumping, dog. They don't get enough shine over there at the Prudential Center, but we coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be up there. It's about to get popping once again. You already know what it is, man. You already know what the main card is looking like. It's good to see that shit. Real talk. Switching subjects a little bit. It's good to see how they're allowing these brothers to fight in the main card. How they're stacking these fighters, these black fighters, on the main card to get some shine. I like it. I mean, the Hispanic fighters have had that the MSG, fighting in where they fight. That's good that boxing is able to have some structure to it. To basically try to soak in the fan base for that particular set of fighters the best way they know how. Just like they're gonna do for this fight coming up on the 23rd. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is going in there to defend his titles. He is the WBC and the WBO junior lightweight champion. He's going in there with a tough opponent in Conseil. And look, like I always say, they felt that Oscar Valdez lost that fight. He was I'm talking about shoulder deep in controversy, popping dirty and everything. Then to go get the green light to be able to have that fight, look bad in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Only for Shakur Stevenson to go in there and lift his belt from him. And then good old boxing brings Hobson back and say, yeah, we're going to give you an opportunity again. I like it. That's the shit UFC does. They do that shit all the time. I like it. I don't have no complaints about what they doing with Hobson. He deserves it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let him come back and fight Shakur. It's going to be difficult, but I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be difficult for Hobson if he don't go in there and put away rounds. It's just difficult to put away rounds versus Shakur Stevenson. Real talk. The way he's developed, the system for which he's developed, learning how to utilize a multiple facet of striking skills, different angles, and his methodology to it. You know what I'm saying? He has just became a boxer who is understanding that I can be in this sport and be as dangerous as I want to be without being in an all-out war where I'm taking extreme punishment. I think at this point in time, I can say that Shakur Stevens has figured it out. The dude can box, man. And his mentality is, he don't want to lose again. He felt what it was to come up short for the goal, but he's been on record saying, I don't want to lose again, man. I think he said one time he's afraid of losing. If I'm not mistaken, I think he said he's afraid of losing. He don't want to lose or something like that. Then you're talking about the Jahad Tuckers that's on the undercard. Shout out to Jahad Tucker and his people. Real good people. I want to thank them for, having the opportunity to see Jahad grow up. Not grow up as an age like that, but grow up in the ring, round to round to round to round. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay homage where homage is deserved. You know what I'm saying? Not when they get to a certain point, say, hey, I wanted to talk to you, man. Now that he's champion, yeah, I know it took me so long, but I just want to say congratulations and everything, man. It seems like y'all well on y'all way. Y'all well on y'all way. And then and Showtime might say, what? We was always on our way. It was a process. It was a road travel, dog. You just didn't have confidence in what you was looking at. That's all. We always had confidence we was getting there. You know what I'm saying? You ask this pop, hey, you ask Jahai, hey Jahai, who you like? Oh, I'm ready for a bone. Right now, they throw me a bone. I'm ready for it. They pretty much link up with the same type of mentality. So Jahai's out here fighting fighters who are grown as men when he was a teenager, and he's getting the job done. You know what I'm saying? He's been very entertaining too. I did see a little shiesty, cold meisty. Timothy Bradley, put up his favorite fighters, and I don't know why this black fighter wasn't up there. You had every other black fighter. What's up with the dysfunctional relationship? Damn, can we just recognize shit? Every boxer ain't gonna be the same. Why is so much that boxing has to prove a point to a fighter? You want to say your top 5 prospects does not pin the name Jahai Tucker? Are you serious? It does not pin the name Jahai Tucker? It's senseless. It's senseless. It's very, very petty. And what is going on? Just because a fighter, look, you want a fighter to go in there and be the best. But then this is with the OGs, right? They'll get mad and don't recognize a fighter as being a top 5 prospect, or even have him in your top 10. People that's looking in know it's bogus. Know it doesn't make any sense. And then those same fighters need to understand it was moments in their career that they needed people's support too. Especially Timothy Bradley and Pacquiao. Come on, Desert Storm. You know damn well you was talking about how people was issuing death threats and all that shit when you went in that fight with Pacquiao. Man, you went through your share, man. Real talk. Man, fighters are gonna be who they are. They're gonna entertain the crowd the way they see fit. They continue to go in there and win, and put on a show. That's what the fuck we want. Keyshawn Davis, man, stand-up dude, always professional. Him and his brothers, always professional. Olympian status, recognize it. You know what I'm saying? Show homage. He is an Olympian, man. They allowed that man to come back to the Olympic Center. He ended up being able to compete for the gold and got silver. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis, man. He's changing. He's totally changing every time he steps in the square. Shushu Carradine, man, that's a heavy load on Shushu, man. He got a lot of fans that support him. Brownsville, Shushu got a lot of people. Like on this card, these boxers have a lot of supporters, man. From Shakur Stevenson, Jahai Tucker, Shushu, Keyshawn, all these, they got damn supporters, man. Cashflow 4 Diaz, man. What's good with you? Looking forward to see you in there again, man. Cool people. He's gonna be in there lacing up. This is a fire card you don't want to sleep on, man. You definitely want to tune in. In a matter of hours, it's about to be September 1st. You know what I'm saying? Labor Day. Labor Day is this weekend, so to speak. It's gonna be Monday, but we'll see how that is, bro. Showtime say Tyler Perry got to step up and voice it. He cool with Uncle Al Heyman. But they cool. Look, they cool in their own genres of professional business. They're cool in that lane. Tyler Perry ain't trying to really indulge in boxing like that. If he was, as much money as Tyler Perry has, he can help out anybody. Tyler Perry is paid. Like, dog, they filming down here all the time. He bought half of an army base down here that closed down. Have you seen Tyler Perry Studios? Have you had the opportunity? I'm about to take y'all for a walk on Tyler Perry Studios. I'll have to let you see the set. You have to take a look at the set, man. We will be in Newark in the suites for sure, man. It's getting about that time, man. Newark is where the history went down. You know what I'm saying? It's been so long since we've been back into the motherfucking the what it is. We're gonna step back in the auditorium. We need to give y'all. We need to give you round two. We need to give you round two of the round table. And look, it's so much to talk about now. From the first time that me and Showtime did that with Juan, man, it wasn't much that we had on the record that was out there. I mean, yeah, we can talk about boxing in general, but a lot of what we've experienced covering the boxing game and a lot that's going on with the sport itself. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time since we did the round table. That shit, I hope it's able to go down. I hope we're able to make it happen. But we really want to do it for the fans themselves, man, because the round table is something I thought about, just having cats come to the table and talk boxing topics. We're not debating. We're up here conversing amongst one another as boxing enthusiasts and to talk about some of the big deals, some of the topics that happened previously in the past and some boxing topics that's up and coming. But it was the greatest, man. So this time we look to do it again, set that shit up since we already know the landscape. It's important to know the landscape. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is. Stay tuned for the roundtable number 2, episode 2, man. Tim Bradley was in the amateur at our age. We on ESPN. Tim Bradley was in the amateur at our age. We on ESPN. Yeah, man. Talk to him. Talk to him, Shaw. Talk to him. Sir Senior, what's good with it? Salute family, new baby boy yesterday. God damn, we need to put that up 6 pounds, 13 ounces. Man, salute to you, bro. I remember the days that Sir Senior. I remember the days. You know what I'm saying, Sir Senior? I remember the days, bro. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you and your new baby boy. Congratulations to you and the missus, man, for new life. You know what I'm saying? You know how the babies go. They peaceful until they start to grow real quick. And once they start to know how to damn raise their head up and look outside the crib, ain't nobody in here. Where they got them snacks at? Oh, he left some snacks over there on the table. Okay. I know I can get out this bed. I know I can. Once they be trying to plot on you and they learn how to climb out that crib, it's a wrap, dog. You come back in that mouth. Hey, you come back in the room. They're flipping the remote control, eating popcorn and shit, eating Hershey's Kisses. They sit up there chilling. Talking about, who told you to get out the crib? Dada? No, don't dad at me. Who took you out the crib? Dada? Mama? The babies be so sneaky, dog. They get enough milk in them, they start to grow. You know what I'm saying? Let them legs get underneath them. They learn how to climb out that crib, dog. Shit, leave some snacks on that mug. Funyuns, Cheetos, Fritos, it don't matter. They'll be in there chilling. Leave a Capri Sun out there. Go ahead, leave something out there they can get a hold to. They're going to get used to the sofa. They're going to say, damn, they got me sleeping over there for this more comfortable. All I need is a blanket and a pillow. And they got the TV right here too. I'm good. Come back in there. What are you doing out here on the sofa? Who left you out? Where's your mom? Dada. Hey, see you, man. I know the nights are gonna be long, man. But salute to you, bro. Big Blunts Unboxing on deck. What's good? I'm just glad it ain't me, Brian. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm glad it ain't me, man. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that will put me in a different headspace, because I had all boys, they came out 9 pounds, freaking 8+ ounces, man. If I had a girl, her mother would have to be something unique and special. You know what I'm saying? If I had a girl, she would have to help me, help her, help the baby. Just be this, you know. It takes two. Be this focused, on being successful in life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think I'll spoil. If I had a daughter, I'll spoil the shit out of her, man. Right now, shit. I never had no daughters. I asked God for one son. You know what I'm saying? That's all I asked God for. One son, man. He took my first son from me, and then I had my second son, and then my third. So I had three boys. He gave me three sons. But if I was to have a daughter right now, that's the only way. If I was to have a daughter, I spoil her rotten. I spoil her rotten, dog. Spoil her goddamn rotten. I ain't gonna lie. She would get spoiled. She would have all sorts of colors in her braids. If it was up to me, she wouldn't be wearing no damn braids. I'll take that back because I don't like it. You know, I don't want my daughter hairline pulled back, farther back than mine. I don't want that shit. Big Blunts and Boxing. Salute, OG. How you feeling, OG? How you feeling, bro? What's been good with you, that Big Blunts and Boxing, man? When the next vid dropping? When the next vid dropping there? You got to get back on your schizo. You good at that shit, man. You good at that shit, man. Don't digress, bro. Find some content to put out there. You know what I'm saying? You good at what you do, man. You got a talent. Do that shit. Congrats on the baby, man. It goes fast. Mine just started walking this week. I can't believe it. Damn, dog. Man, y'all got youngins walking and stuff. Man. That's great, man. Blessings to both of y'all and your baby staying healthy, man. Blessings to both of y'all, brothers. Facts that W says all my kids learn how to get out the crib and climb back in. Yeah, man. I think you was in a black household. I definitely learned how to climb back in there fast too. Especially, when I'm from in the South, them belts used to come before you even heard any command. You used to feel that belt first. Then you start running, clack, across the back. Next time, don't get out the bed without me bringing you out the bed. You understand? Okay. What you say? Don't you know what'll happen? I'm trying to ease up on you now. You get that belt across your ass. Shoot. Come in there and eat some motherfucking Lay's barbecue chips if you want to. If you have a goddamn soda that wasn't all the way drinking, a goddamn some cold beverage out there. Shit, I'm scoping out the area. Got my Spider-Man on, scaling down that damn crib, going over there, checking out the area, chomping on me some goddamn Cheetos and shit, Lay's potato chips. Back then it was Fanta. We just drink Fanta a lot. Sip on some Fanta, get that sugar hit, hear that motherfucking doorknob, pew! Jump my ass back in that motherfucking bed, act like I'm asleep. Hey, Scotty, how you doing? You still full? Yeah, mommy, I'm full. Oh, okay. Why's the sheet not on you? Why are you breathing hard like that? Oh, nothing. Don't lie to me. Matter of fact, I think you lying to me. Hold up for a second. You ain't get enough, did you? Well, I'll be back. I got something for you. No, mama, mom, I'm not told I was just moving around. Hey, they whoop ass down here in the South, dog. They whoop ass down here in the South, dog. A lot of whoopings you got, you didn't have to goddamn say a word. It's just you not saying what you're supposed to say. They ask you a question. Well, did you get out the bed? You just stare at them. Okay. That's everything I need to know. Hold up right here. I got something for you. I told you not to get out this bed. But man, y'all got the damn Pampers, man. Y'all got the milk. It's a joy, man. It's a joy. I ain't gonna lie. It's a joy. Shout out to the fathers in the building, man, with the newborns. You know, taking them through this journey of prosperity is very important because it just seems like it's so much going on, man. Little babies getting, oh man, blessings to y'all, man. Real talk. I'm not gonna lie, blessings to y'all. Um, but man, the time right now is, we're approaching the back end semester of 2022. It seems like the year has went pretty decent so far. You know what I'm saying? The years went pretty decent. We hearing of some fights that may potentially take place in October, November, and December. I'm hearing Anthony Joshua. If y'all haven't heard, Anthony Joshua's planning on going on a tour, a world tour. Did y'all hear about that? Eddie Hearns is taking Anthony Joshua on a world tour. Did y'all happen to hear anything about that? Because Anthony Joshua is always out here doing something outside the ordinary. Like the type of doing stuff outside the ordinary where it becomes eccentric, where it becomes, hey, is he okay? You asking people around, is he okay? Okay. Because this is not something he usually do, and we just want to know why he's doing it. But Eddie Hearns is on record is saying that he's on board with Anthony Joshua going on a world tour to get his love for the sport back. Eddie Hearns thinks Joshua going on a world tour will get his confidence about the sport back. Well, for me, I didn't know he lost it. Seriously, I didn't know Anthony Joshua lost his love for the sport. I just thought everything that was going on in his career right now, it was pretty much blossoming and materializing to what we thought it would be. That's real talk. I actually believe Anthony Joshua was who he was a while back, but he was able to build up a record so much to the point where it was magical. Anthony Joshua's record is just magical because you look at the names that he has on his ledger, but yet how a lot of us see him as a boxer, and you like you put yourself in a deep sense of thought to say, how did he beat some of those guys? How did he not only just beat them, but how did he knock them out? How? How did he beat him? How did he knock him out? So Eddie Hearns is planning on taking him to Australia. And the main one I'm concerned about is America. He said he wants Joshua to come back over to America and have a fight also. Kudos. We want him over here too. But come over here and fight somebody that has Wall Street to the interest of the boxing fans. Come on, man. Just don't give us nobody. And just when I said that, what did Eddie Hearns say? Eddie Hearns is trying to say that he's kind of like looking forward or looking for Joshua to potentially face Dillian White. Now, Dillian White is a fighter that he stopped prior to any titles. He stopped Dillian White in the 7th round. And I'm saying to myself, why Dillian White, a person who has all knockouts to his losses? What is this supposed to prove? What do you see? Or is Eddie Hearn looking at it like the people will continue to gravitate towards Joshua because he himself has faced adversity. Dillian White has faced adversity. And I guess they're trying to feed Dillian White as much as possible to get him paid. That's the only thing I can see. It's almost like an IOU. They're using Dillian White the best way they can. They gave him Tyson Fury finally. He got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? They gave him Alexander Povetkin. He was knocked out, starched, but came back and got the win. These are heavyweights we're talking about. So when Joshua comes to America, I'm really curious to see who he's gonna fight in America. He needs to look. Anthony Joshua needs somebody that's gonna spark a goddamn full blown forest fire, man. You need to burn some shit down. That's all I'm saying. You need an opponent that's gonna spark up that rage and put this shit in inferno for your career. I like the energy that you had at the end of the Usyk fight. I like what you did with 2 of his belts. But if you come over here to the States, you need to come over here with that grimy, impatient type mentality. You need to come over here with a higher amplified bravado. Let the people know you ain't playing Mr. Nice Guy no more. But yet your opponent, have your opponent compliment that shit. We need your opponent to compliment it. That's all. We don't need nothing shabby. That shit had me cracking up. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate the bless. OG, thank you. I appreciate the blessings. No, man, it's all good, man. I love kids, man. If I could have freaking had like 7 kids, I would have had it, bro. I just wasn't in the mindset for that back then. I wasn't mature enough. Alfonso, what's good? Salute to you. Joshua facing Alo Wallin can be a tough fight, man. Alo Wallin, man, he the one gave Tyson Fury a nice little cut over his right eye. And he was boxing. And if I'm not mistaken, Alo Wallin is a southpaw, right? If I'm not mistaken. Isn't he a southpaw? Yeah, I think Alo Wallin is a southpaw. Let me look that up. I want to make sure I have an opportunity to fact check myself since I have the resources. So BoxRec. I think Alo Wallin is a southpaw because southpaw. So he had Dominique Brazil running into the ropes chest first. Oh my God. He can box, man. Alo Wallin is a crafty fighter. I'm not sure if Anthony Joshua wants that yet. But yeah, he'll be good. He's taking on world tour to 4 or 5 different places so he can fall back in love, like Gone with the Wind. Fall back in love with boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Maybe Anthony Joshua just need to go to some live jazz concerts with his lady and just sit there and listen to that live jazz music play. And put the right person on the mic. And you can get some clarity, dog. You can get some clarity, Joshua. You can get some clarity, bro. I'm telling you, it works wonders. Yeah, AJ might need to do that. He should do a bomb a month tour. If he could manage it. Oh man, I like that. I like the bomb a month tour, dog. I like that. A bomb a month. I like that. Hey, that's boxing, man. A bomb a month tour. Damn. That's sneaky. A bomb a month tour. That's hilarious. Oh, what happened? Oh, Sir Senior said that. Okay. Andrew said, I heard Eddie say something about AJ maybe getting 4 fights in by the end of 2023. He said, man, he's gonna have a lot of fights. He's taking them on a tour. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna take him on a world tour so he can get him to fall back in love with boxing, wherever that is. So, just like Sir Senior said, it might be a bomb a month. He might be down here in the regional side with a motherfucking luchador match on. Now, who is that guy boxing with a match on? Is that legal? Oh, they make an exception for him. Don't worry about it. Don't ask no questions. Why is he down here and here? It's only like a population of 500 people down here. What is he doing here? Who is that guy? You see the car he pulled up in? Something isn't right. I'm investigating. I need to find out some information. Something isn't right. I've seen that physique before. Something isn't right. And what's his opponent's record? 6-0. What? Is that Leon Spinks? Leon, that's you. A lot of that went over your head, but I feel like AJ should just keep training and getting better. A world tour seems pretty pointless. I thought the gym made you fall in love earlier, but everybody's different. Anthony Joshua may be one of those fighters that needs to be catered to. Joshua seems like he's entitled in many ways than one. I've seen it many times before. You know what I mean? It gets redundant. That's what I think his problem is. Joshua likes to be catered to. This is the same person who asked Eddie Hearns to hold his belt when Jarrell Miller pushed him in New York City. And I said, this is bullocks. This can't be true. Anthony Joshua is an entitled human being, man. Real talk. He is absolutely entitled. I don't know what goes on. Like after seeing him, what if he acts like that in sparring? What if he says, you know what, I've done enough sparring, and the coach said, no, you need some more sparring. I say, I'm done. No, I say, hey, Joshua, you need more sparring, man. Don't take off your headgear. Don't do that. I'm wondering if Joshua's difficult to work with. I mean, because he's went through several trainers. He did. He's went through several trainers. So I don't know what's going on with him. I really don't. But I always thought Joshua was pretty overrated, to be honest. You know, I'm not knocking. It might be a good guy, whatever. He lost his cool a little bit. I thought it was OG status. You know, savage that he tossed Usyk's belt over the top rope. You know what I'm saying? I like the edginess that followed him out the ring and up. And the old boy said, just keep it fresh. He said, what? I'm not in the mood for your shit. I don't know how Joshua will fight on the street fight. I don't know, man. I don't know if Joshua can fight on the street fight. I think he might be better street fighter than we think. Seriously. Respect to Waleem for bullying the bully. I was impressed when he raked Fury's eye. Yeah, man, he was treating him dirty. What's going on? L File player on deck. What's good? Peace in your Scott. Peace salute. Peace to you, man. Buenas noches, amigo. I think if it's AJ put in a 4-fight year, he would be a fight machine by the end of it. His stamina issues would be solved. I think so, man. You might have a point there, Andrew. You might have a point, man. You might have a point. I like that. But he has to win the motherfuckers. And look, Andrew, there's one caveat to that. That's only if the fight goes into like the 7th round. I don't think the quality of opponent is going to push him to take every fight into the 7th round and into the champ. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I don't think with Joshua, let's factor in what we've already talked about, the bullet points. If he's fighting in with a heavy calendar like that, okay, who is he fighting? That's when the so-called ragu sauce comes into play. Who is he fighting? And then to carry out what you said, if he's fighting somebody mediocre, can he get rounds in with them? Is he there to bully them? Is he there to prove a point? Is he there to create a massacre? How's he going to get some rounds in? Only if he gets some solid rounds in with these guys, then he may suffice what you just mentioned about his cardio issues being non-existent near the end of 2023. That's a great point. If he can get that shit accomplished with some quality opponents who can push him a little bit and take him to at least 7 or 8, right? Get that shit done, build up his confidence enough, then the cardio issues might be a bit better, man. That's that. I mean, you on to something there, Drew. You on to something there. You know, you're on to something. You know, you're on to something, bro. Seriously, you're on to something. Real talk. But I really hope he's able to learn something from this tour. I hope it's beneficial to his career. But also, you do have Wilder and everybody else coming back. Um, I know Wilder's put it out there that he wants Joshua Usyk. You know what I'm saying? It'd be good to see any of those fights. And also, we have Joseph Parker and Joe George is coming up. We'll see how that fight play out. Well, I really can't, get up for that fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not jumping up for joy, stomping my feet. Two good guys. A bit boring to me, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens from the fight. That's all. We'll see. We have one Estrada coming back. Man, it's a lot that's going on. In a way, it's gonna be fighting Paul Butler for the undisputed, and then he's been adamant about fighting Stephen Fulton. I hope Stephen Fulton fights for the undisputed before he fights Monster anyway. You know what I'm saying? I hope he fights for undisputed first so he can get it out the way. Seriously. And then, of course, the big talk has been about Gervonta Davis supposedly turning down Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis them is moving the way they see they should move. He's not even in his 30s yet. And people are pretty much worrying about how he's moving if he's already on pay-per-view, who he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm going to tell you one thing. Y'all can continue to call Gervonta Davis a duck all you want. He don't care about that. He doesn't care about no motherfucking name calling. He don't care about that shit. When his ass on pay-per-view, he get to go in there and hear the fans motherfucking cheer his name and stomp their feet. They're all about the money. Devin Haney, he has the titles. He has the name. But they somehow, some way, their selective process, it seems like they're not interested. I wouldn't say they're ducking Haney. I wouldn't say that. But I always remind the people, boxing is a business, people. It will always be a business. Boxing will always be a business. Never forget that shit. The way Tank Davis is moving, it's business moves. That's all. When it comes time for him to fight the tough fights, he'll be there. I keep telling people, man, they keep always fight the fight, man. You're look, what I have to get across to people. You're doing the exact same thing that made Floyd Mayweather rich. You're at a point right now where you all are hoping and praying that Gervonta take a loss somehow. And you're going to end up making that man a lot of money. Y'all cannot go into this stigma. You cannot place yourself in the fog of thinking that Gervonta Davis doesn't have smart individuals around here that know how they want to move him. They know how they want to move this man. Y'all have to understand that, man. They know how they want to move this man. He can fight, man. That's a smart fighter, man. He's not on earth to appease everybody. God blessed him with his height, his stature, and some AT&T, man. You know what I'm saying? They blessed him with some AT&T. And goddamn it, that's why the people want to come see him. So they want to know who's he's going to stop next, how he's going to stop him. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to see. But people just thinking that, hey, all because you got belts and all that. Man, boxing go through so many transitions, and they don't even have to be like across the board in phases. No, the phases can be from certain weight divisions, vice other weight divisions. It can be different shit going on. We've seen the stuff happen in lightweight division. We've seen that type of tornado hit the lightweight division. I mean, that shit the lights was on for a long time in the lightweight division. Now we're waiting for another division to turn on those lights so we can get some activity and controversy and some motherfucking suspense. Who else is going to be? What other division is going to be that way? We need to see another division like that. Somebody need to go in there and just throw some defibrillators into the windows of the 160-pound middleweight, and hopefully one of them able to provide themselves, you know what I'm saying, with a jump start. That's all. Because they flatlined over there. At least Canelo's about to get Canelo's about to flatline Triple G. It's about to get real ugly, for real. It's about to get real ugly. But if Canelo goes in there and does something spectacular, like makes it to the final round, wow. I'm going to be impressed. I'm not going to lie. I say, damn, Canelo, you made it to the final round. This is after Canelo said he learned something from the Bivol loss. Respect that. I want to see Tank fight anybody that thinks they can beat him. Any opponent that can sell the fight should get the shot. I think right now that not too many people is talking about it. It'll be good to see Tank Davis fight Teofimo Lopez. That's a tough fight. Teofimo Lopez is still out there. People want to talk about Devin Haney and Gervonta turning down. Man, call it what you want. But if it came down to people accepting to fight Devin Haney for the right reasons of not being upset and mad, cool. But it just seems like when it comes to Haney, people want to act like, man, it's something personal. It's something that's they don't want to deal with. Seriously, I don't think it's a performance. I don't think fighters are turning down Devin Haney for his performance. I think it's more so something else of them just dealing with him in negotiation or whatever. That's what I think it is. Seriously. And dealing with Floyd Mayweather and all that, they look at that shit. But Devin Haney has plenty of options on who he can fight. Shakur Stevens is going to be up here sooner or later. You have to look at that fight potentially happen. Man, it's just too much out here, bro. Like I say, it's too much out here for these fighters not to have a fight. Especially when you look at the 130-pound division all the way up to the 154-pound division. It's a lot to unpack. It's a lot of hands to wrap, and it's a lot of gloves to lace. But one thing you have to do, you have to make the fights happen. And y'all be sure to keep on checking back during the week, man. I'm not staying on long tonight, but I just wanted to kind of keep y'all abreast that, supposedly the bullhorns and the microphones are going to be going off like sirens, come the 4th. The big announcement, it's going to be special. This is supposed to happen on a Sunday, right? Fights usually don't happen on a Sunday, so that's what makes it a bit more different. And let's see how it plays out, y'all. All right, y'all get some good sleep out there. Shout out to the fathers who's sleeping with their loved ones, especially the fresh ones that's on this earth, man. Y'all be safe out there. Much prayers to you and your family. One love to all y'all, to the babies, especially, man. You got a long life ahead of you. Ooh, it's social media. I don't even know what it's gonna be like when they get 12 years old, 10 or 12 years old. Shit. The technology is gonna be insane, man. But y'all hold it down, man. Continue to support the channel. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. I'm out.